Okay, so we've got a bit of a new thing today. Welcome to the first session of Destiny: The Travels of the Free. This will be hopefully a joint stream between me and some of my friends. So while you'll be seeing my screen for most of the time, I think one of them might try to do a bit of streaming herself. You'll be hearing all three of our voices, and we'll be playing through the game as a team. Yep, let's get started. So we've all got okay. Are you loading? Doo-ba-doo. Yeah, cool. I'm just closing some rather memory intensive windows. Yeah. So essentially in Destiny you play a individual called a Guardian, which is a character who had been blessed by the light of the Traveller, a giant golf ball slash planetoid thing that can make you immortal. Um, so yeah, so as you can see, I've got the DLC, which is why I've got this level 25 character. The cap without the DLC is level 20. Um, Now for the Travels of the Free, we've all decided to use new characters, so we're playing from the start. However, first of all, we need to go through the tutorial stage because you can't group up until you've gone through that, and you can't skip it, which is a bit of a shame. I've got quite a lot of feelings about Destiny from a game design perspective, so I'll get into that as we go through, because tutorial's quite a good place to go through it. So I've got a Warlock and a Hunter here. Those are two of the three classes. Um, but I'm going to create a new Guardian, and I want to be a Hunter. So Titans are kind of the heavily armored group. Warlock are the mainly focused around healing and restoring themselves, and then Hunter are mainly based around speed. So we'll go for Hunter. Okay, so there are three different races that we can go for. We've got humans, we've got Awoken, which are basically humans from deep space, and we've got Exos, war machine, kind of self-aware war machines. So I've got one Exo and I've got one Awoken, so I'm going to go for a female character this time. Let's see. This is the first time I think I've done a characterization bit, so, alright, what skin colour? Is it just me, or does... That one looks lighter than that one. That feels weird. Is that just for lighting? That looks good. Let's go for... Backlips. Yellow eyes work. Super Saiyan. Man, the human hairstyles of styles are really boring. Oh yeah, Bifuriosa is actually on the chat, so she's watching this at the moment. Let's go for a nice green. I like that. Oh, we can have markings as well. Doop-a-doo. Let's go for that. Let's go for kind of a camouflage type look. I'm assuming she dyed her hair green to fade into the background of the forest, which is not an area that will go for much. But yeah, so let's go with that. And now, so there's a cutscene coming. Bugger, did I just hit? So this is my boss, Cade, the leader of the hunters.
Ikora, if you tell me this is a practical joke, well, it kills me to say it, but I would be really impressed.
Impressing you, Cade, is the easiest thing I'll do all day.
Let's get serious, people.
Zavala, this is my serious face. Can't you tell?
Ikora, what have you got?
Someone or something has sabotaged.
That's the leader of the warlocks, Ikora.
And comms have been spotty for the last few hours. Every sensor beyond the wall has gone dark.
Maybe it's just the storm. Maybe it's... What are the set feeds
Yeah,
telling us?
I'm going to... Basically, the comms are out, and
That's good, right?
No.
and their security
they're
systems
not
are down.
there. There are no satellites.
And that's not good.
Once I get out of this, I'll put on the subtitles.
Battle stations! Everyone with me, now!
Hang on!
So these are Guardian abilities. He's like the top Guardians. So that's Zavala. The Exo there is Zavala, who's kind of the head of all of Guardians. So this is Earth's last city. So obviously a giant invasion fleet isn't a good thing. That's the Traveller. Zavala isn't awoken, thank you. Right. Loading. Hit me.
Repeat, tower approach. This is City Hawk 723. Anyone home?
That's my ghost.
No response on any channels.
It's my robotic
Even the
friend
emergency
who does all
frequencies.
talking and also resurrects me when I
What is
die.
going on back there? Remember when I told you that you fly too fast? Forget I said that. Fly fast.
Right, I'm just gonna put on subtitles.
Let's get moving. We need to find Zavala, Ikora, and Cade.
And the video. That might be why it was hard to hear the game. Oh, accessibility. Enable. Right. It's like how in Mass Effect, in the Mass Effect games, it just kind of assumes that you will be a drag driver, so it makes okay, that is the base of one of the enemy factions.
This doesn't make sense. The Cabal conquer systems by blowing up planets. Whatever they want, it must be here, in the last city.
Have a grenade.
This is Commander Zavala. Civilians, report to evac points. Guardians, rendezvous in the plaza. Our city will not fall.
Okay, sorry for messing around with the audio. It's a bit difficult to work out for a new game the right ratio. Okay.
Zavala's doing the hero thing in the plaza. Me? I've got a date with whoever's behind this. It'll be a short date.
Right. So hopefully, if I get this worked out now, and a bit next time, we won't need to worry about it during the main stream.
Hunter, my armory is open to you. Follow the path from there. It will lead you through the hangar to the plaza. I'll take care of these people. If the Cabal wants
I like
war,
you.
give
Hey,
them
dude.
war.
I think that he Strax, the leader of the, like, the Crucible, which is like the PvP bit. Ooh. Okay, so there's three types of weapons. You have your kinetic weapons. You have your NG weapons, which are very good against shields. And finally, you have power weapons. I don't have any power weapons yet. I do have to admit, that is a spiffy starting outfit. That's a lot better than a Warlock starting outfit. I like it. Anyway, so this is, I think, an auto rifle. Yeah, so it's very fast firing, lots of low damage. This is a sidearm, so it's small, fast firing. Oh, I forgot where I was going. I was so busy showing off my stuff. Right, open this door. So if I press tab, this comes up with a navigation screen. That diamond is the objective. So my ghost is basically examining the area, and we also get our objectives there. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see where my finger touches. It's not a touch screen map. Okay. Basic controls, if you're interested in doing it yourself. Shift is sprint. Space is jump. Control is crouch. I barely ever use that. Right click is reticle, and then left click is fire. And Q is grenade. We'll get into more powers as we go. There you go. Bye, guys. So that white thing was kinetic armor. Kinetic ammo, even.
Order 77 is in effect. This is not a drill. All civilians report to designated evacuation areas immediately.
Where am I going? Is it up here? Okay, so there are... We'll get into that later, actually. Ooh, that's true. If I run then crouch, I get to do that. Oh, hey, dude. So yeah, the Cabal were kind of basic enemies last time. Ah, right. So with Venturion, and he is shielded, so I'm gonna press... that's a drop ship, it's dropping more ships. So, you can see he had a red shield, and my gun is a, well, I say red, solar type shield, and my gun was solar type. So when I took down a shield with the gun, it did him extra damage. We'll get into supercharged later. You also shielded? Yep. So let's... Obviously, headshots do more damage, so when you see the yellow damage pop up, that means that I got a precision shot. Different enemies will have different locations that you need to aim for it, but it's usually pretty obvious.
Look at the size of that thing. It must be their command ship.
Doop-a-doop-doo. So yeah, as I was saying, in Destiny 1, the Cabal were kind of, I think, more generic villains. And these are super special Cabals who are serving as the big bads of this game. Which I kind of think is missing a trick, because we'll get into that at the end of the tutorial. So that green one is, so that green one was energy ammunition. That will come important later, because I am very bad at ammo conservation. Go away. Oh, you're still alive. So legionaries can fire these grenades.
You're not just assaulting the city. Look at the
That's
Traveler.
cool. Yeah, that's not good. The Traveler is kind of a source of my power, so... Anyway. So, what's quite cool is... So, this is my melee attack, which... I can't remember how to do normally, because I've got it mapped onto one of my mouse buttons. But for Warlocks, they just kind of push their hand forward. Which one means I can never stop making talk to the hand jokes. And two... means that... it looks kind of silly when you just palm someone in the face. But this looks cool. It's like a knife. Right, I'm going to... Okay, if I double tap spacebar, I can double jump. And all of the classes have different types of double jumps.
Keeps tagging these
So it might
Cabal
take
as Red
me a while to
Legion.
get
Cora,
through.
what do you got?
They're elite, ruthless, and rumor is they have never known defeat.
Until today. Today they face Guardians.
But Zavala, they're attacking the Traveler.
The Traveler waits. We protect our people at any cost.
Normally I'd
Traveler.
agree,
What is
but...
that thing they're attaching to it?
Hello. Have a grenade. I missed.
These Red Legion are well trained, but we are better. We will hold this line until the last civilian is safely away. Incoming! Fall back to my shield!
Meow.
Don't let them pass the gate. The evac shuttles are back there.
Okay. Hey boss, do you think we should take care of the thing that's trying to rob us of our powers? Nah, I'll be fine. We got nothing to worry about. So that is an active explosive. So you see that yellow bar above my above where my guns and stuff are. That is my super bar, which is essentially the equivalent of like the ultimate techniques in the
We hold
in
here.
Overwatch.
That command ship, it's next on my list.
I think Nashing should be next, but you know, go off, I guess. I don't know what that means.
Stay inside my shield!
Oh, I can't shoot out of it either.
More Red Legion! Show them what Guardians are made of!
Mostly like squishy bits. Like our whole thing is not that. Our whole thing is not that we're like super tough. We just keep coming back. Like that's what we do.
Zavala. The last of the shuttles is away. But the speaker, he never made it. I'm going to look for him.
I've got the plaza. Go with Ikora. Find the speaker.
We're on it, Commander.
So the speaker is the guy who's supposed to speak for the Traveler. So he's pretty... Yeah, the Cabal are pretty reckless like that. They will fire missiles at their own troops. Who are you? Oh, you're a cleaning robot. Hey, dude. I guess that thing, if you're a cleaning robot, like, even the Legion need cleaning.
Ikora! The speaker is gone. Red Legion, you will take no more from us, and you will find no mercy in me! Zavala.
Ah yes, the time-honored
She'll
anti-ship
find the
corrective.
speaker. We need to move on that command ship. Now head to the North Tower. I'm sending Amanda Holiday to...
I mean, from what I can tell, like, being in the Legion is actually a pretty sweet deal by the standards of the Cabal. Like, you get good weapons, you get good training. So this guy, the Precision, is the flame tanks on his back. He has a flamethrower. Also, when he blows up, he explodes around him. If I walk through that fire... Oh, maybe not. Yeah. See, I get that kind of burning thing. At the top, you'll see my health. It is a classic Halo-style regenerating health thing, which makes sense because it is made by Bungie, the same people who made Halo, and quite a few of the enemies basically are
We need that ship off the field.
redos of enemies from Halo. However, this time, basically, my ghost, when I spend time getting healed, my ghost heals me. Right, I'm going to... So we have... You'll notice that this guy has 3 times as many health bars, so it will take me 3 times as long to kill him. That's not very long.
Someone told me you need a ride.
So this is the 8th Pirate Holiday. So yeah, we're nearly getting to a point where I kind of want to talk about the setup to this tutorial. So one thing is, I think I've actually turned the tutorial off. I can't just be
Zavala,
explaining.
picked up that Guardian
was
you
a-
never showed up about?
Get them on that command ship. Now!
It's actually a pretty good tutorial for kind of teaching all the
Hold on
techniques
back
and
there.
stuff, and teaching all of the teaching you all of the characters. I do like Holiday a lot. It's a shame she doesn't get to do more, but she is really cool.
Come on, big guy. Do something.
Yeah, so travel is kind of dormant, which is a problem.
All right, Guardian. Time to kick him where it hurts.
Yeah, we're not going to meet Failsafe, who is amazing. Anyway. So now we're command ship. So my main problem with this
We'll hit
tutorial
that ship with everything we got.
is actually that it kind of cheapens the Red Legion because they're keeping both the Guardian and the Red Legion. Because the Red Legion are kind of presented to us as, you know, this incredible big bad, but here you are ripping through them with tutorial weapons. I mean, obviously it doesn't get that simple. But like, I'm on a command ship. I should not be able to
That
just
hologram
shoot
could help.
through
Let me take a look.
everyone like this. Right. Ghost is also a really good hacker, and they hack like this.
Okay, the shield generator should be at the bottom of the ship.
Okay, so we gotta go along this. So I think actually it would work better if we tutorial fights were up against normal Cabal from the last game. So, you know, kind of auxiliaries for the Legion. Kind of auxiliaries for the Legion. And then later on, Okay, that he had a void shield, so my my energy weapon wasn't going to do extra damage. However, stabbing him will. I still haven't got any power weapons, so...
What's your status?
Little low on ammo. Old flaming pit. Kept burning out. Anyone heard from Akora?
Not since you went for the speaker. Form up! For me!
Yeah, but... like, stats-wise, they're 100. So... my problem is more that, essentially, I feel like the Guardian should have held off the auxiliaries, and then... at the end of the tutorial... well, we'll get into that when we actually get to the end. So... anyway, while I'm still kind of just after my Overwatch streams, one of the things I find interesting is how games with very similar controls and playstyles, so, you know, these are two FPSs with very similar techniques. With very similar kind of abilities and stuff. Like, Destiny is a lot slower, I find. And actually, the overall character I keep comparing it to is actually Reaper. He's got a very similar kind of quite careful playstyle. I understand that he's different in PvP, but in the campaign, definitely. Why don't I do that? I keep forgetting that you can just hold down fire for auto rifles. Go away. Have a grenade. Apparently the grenades are more bouncy than ones I'm used to, which is kind of annoying. It was a bad plan. I'm very used to being able to put down areas of healing. Okay, that's a Scion. They're like the... they're the less HP kind of sniper characters for Legion. I usually actually find, if you don't kill them, they usually become the most annoying ones, to be honest. Even the, like, even when I'm playing aggressive on, Destiny and aggressive on Overwatch are very different from me. So again, aggressive on Overwatch is kind of terrifying. But like, even rapid fire, I'm pretty sure Soldier 76's gun fires a lot quicker than this. I mean, it's not bad, it's just a different rhythm, and I kind of have to get into it when I am playing. So, one thing you might notice throughout the main bit of the stream, particularly when we get to the second,
generator should be
third area, Titan, is that I'm not very good at jumping puzzles, which is weird because I grew up on Mario. Oh, hi, Incinerator. Just chilling out. I bet that guy was on break and he was just like, here's where he takes his break because, you know, not many people come down here between the two walls. I think the difference is Bungie really love doing Bungie really love their jumping puzzles, but if I'm brutally honest, I'm not sure how good they are at them. Have a grenade. This time, so I'm going to press F and use my super. So that's the thing that Cade was using. I think. It ended very quickly. Yeah, the warlock jump is really weird. You kind of glide for a second
Destroy the turbines. The shields should fizzle.
Okay, we want to go drop. And then we want to go daka daka daka.
Yes, just like that.
Run, 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 run. And down.
Heat levels rising. It's working.
Yeah, this bit killed me a lot during my first playthrough.
Zavala, we did it. The shields are down. Zavala?
It was a bad plan! Oh, I can jump up here. Where do I need to go?
Amanda, we're headed topside. Amanda!
Okay, this is the bit where Red Legion should have turned up. Basically, so we fight through the auxiliaries, and then the main force come up and just fucking annihilate us.
How do we come back from this?
You don't.
Hey, dude.
Welcome to a world without light.
Guardian, something's wrong.
We've lost our traveler-based superpower. My origami.
Do not look at me, creature. You are weak, undisciplined, cowering behind walls. You're not brave. You've merely forgotten the fear of death. Allow me to reacquaint you. Your kind never deserved the power you were given. I am Gaul. And your light is mine.
So, welcome to the title. Gaul has a lot going for him as a villain. He's got more depth than he shows there. He's very intimidating. Like, he's a cool character design, I think. Very much like he is very much in the mold of something like a Space Marine from 40k, but in a much less 40k universe. My main problem is that's the last interaction that your character has with him till the end of the that's the last interaction your character has with him till the end of the game, till the very end of the game. So those are the three types of light: solar, void, and arc. Those are also... So there are essentially 9 classes, but you can switch between... so you can switch between 3 subclasses once you unlock them. Currently I think I'm using Solar, which is, I think, generally not the best one. The last city, 2 days after the attack. So this is the prerequisite. You are injured and are moving very slowly section. So I'm just going to talk over this bit. It's intended to be atmospheric, but to be honest, it just feels annoying. Bungie games are really bad about this. The ending of Halo 4 was just so infuriatingly dull. Particularly, it was just after they took away my jetpack as well, which I still haven't forgiven them for. This game would have been over so much more quickly if one of those guys who are patrolling up there had just turned around and seen me. Yeah. Exodus. The good news is this isn't too long, but it's still pretty long. Also, Mass Effect 3, that's another game. I don't know why sci-fi games do this so much. It doesn't actually like build tension or drama. It just makes you feel really, really annoyed. There's a tank. At least we've got a friend.
Guardian. You're alive. I thought I lost you.
There we are, the ghost is eating me back up.
I can heal you, but I can't resurrect you. Not since. Guardian.
So my cool
The
armor,
light is gone.
Scorch, Hunter Mask.
They've taken
The
city.
galaxy feels smaller now, it is not a
Traveler.
pleasant feeling. Scorch, Hunter grips. These grips are much more useful with
Red
Traveler's
Legion,
Light.
killing powerless guardians.
Every journey has its
We
ups
have
and
to get
downs,
out
that's
of
what you
here.
keep telling yourself at least. Survival now depends on your ability to outrun the enemy, and before you wouldn't be being taught dead with a tattered cloak, but that was before. Oh man, it is tattered. They wrecked my outfit. I've also lost my double jump power, because that was a Guardian power. Destiny has a lot of flavor text. Destiny might have more flavor text in it than Sunless Sea does, just hidden away. A lot of the lore is not directly stated. Like Overwatch, they created a game world with
I'm
intricate
picking up
lore,
an emergency
and then
broadcast.
barely touched on it
Rendezvous
in-game,
coordinates.
apart from like some hints.
They're evacuating the planet. We're on our own.
Remember that bird from my vision? Yeah, let's follow it. Also, apparently running was my, was another Guardian-based superpower.
These guardians, they had no chance without their powers. That could be us. Guardian, if you die, I can't resurrect you. We need to be very careful.
It's a shame because I really like the lore in game, but okay, I will admit, when I first played this bit, I thought these warbeats, like, were just, you know, like native life forms. I didn't realize they were part of the Cabal. Which actually got me really disappointed, because one thing you never really fight in Destiny is, like, just random creatures. They're all enemy factions. And so I thought this was, like, me fighting off wildlife. But no, these are, like, trained by the Cabal. So I thought they might have been, like, left over from Earth on long battle. Perhaps where the Exos were created. But, which I think is a shame. Actually, the other game I keep comparing... Oh, Ghost is kind of beaten up. The other set of games I keep comparing this to is actually the Metroid Prime series, which had a lot of, like, fighting creatures from outside, from just, like, random just random, like, enemies. The other thing from the Metroid Prime series that I think the
Is it following us?
that I think
Or are we following it?
we're following it. It's flying away. We're following it. That's quite easily. That's quite easy to see. The other thing that I think that Destiny should make from Metroid Prime games is the scan visor, which was a really good way of getting lore into the games, because it meant that you could just, when you saw a kind of enemy, or when you found, like, some ancient writing, or, you know, a kind of computer station or stuff, you could scan it and get information. And so it built up the world like that. And I think Destiny really actually missed a trick by not doing that, by not having that ability in the game. Otherwise, they are two very different games. The Metroid Prime series. The Metroid Prime series is a very interesting FPS because it assumes that you're going to be locking onto things rather than aiming. I'm going to use my rather than aiming, and all of the enemies are built around that. Yeah, the ghost basically has it built in. It would be really easy, but it didn't. I like the warbeasts. They're a good kind of fodder enemy. But again, I kind of wish they would be, I kind of wish they were actually, enemies. I kind of wish they were just random creatures in mountains. They get particularly bad in the next section, actually. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Hey, bird.
Oh, look. Somebody left a perfectly good guardian lying around. Things must be worse than I thought.
Here's Hawthorne.
Time to go, people!
But wait. Where are you all going?
As far away from here as possible.
That falcon.
It disappears during cutscenes,
belongs
the
to
helmet.
you?
The name's Hawthorne, and this is Lewis. Best pilot we got. What about you? Fit to fly? Probably gonna need one of these, too.
Oh, yeah. Lock and
Time to
load.
make yourself useful, Guardian. All right, people, spin 'em up! Got a long flight ahead of us!
So in Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, if you do a New Game Plus, you get the True Hero clothes, which are like, they're supposed to be Link's normal outfit, but you can only see it if you're pure of heart, so the player can't see it. So you're just running around in like your starting
Grace
thing.
me with your light. Take your place at
at the center of my empire. See me, and the Red Legion will be your true guardians.
Dominus, the city is secure. Those who fled are being hunted, and those foolish enough to remain have been executed. Victory, as with all things, is yours to claim.
This victory is as much yours as mine, old friend.
All that remains is the completion of the cage around this great machine. Then we may begin the extraction of its power and put it to its rightful use.
They call it the Traveler.
I would contend that other civilizations may be more precise in their naming. Its functions can be controlled and exploited, as we have so clearly proven.
Yet they believe it to be a god.
Dominus. Gaul. We have spent our lives, you and I, working to reshape our society, reforge our people, rebuild an empire nearly destroyed by Callus's greed and corruption. There is nothing in this universe greater than you. The Red Legion will have that machine's power. You will be called Emperor. What more would the Dominus have?
I would have words with my guest.
So here's the speaker.
So you're the one who speaks for the Traveler.
So I'm going to warn you straight here. 90% of those cut screens later on in the game will have me making jokes about the Dominus wanting to date the Traveler over them. Like, I restrained myself there, but I can't do it forever. He really wants to date the Traveler.
Coming up on the European Dead Zone. Gonna be our new home for a while.
Look, do you recognize it? That's where we're supposed to go.
That thing?
So that's a
They call it
giant...
the Shard of the Traveler. I call it not a place you want to go poking around.
So basically that's a giant Shard of the Traveler that fell off, and this is why it's called the European Dead Zone, because there's something wrong with it. My light shake brings the girls to the yard, and they're like... Okay, so I now have a ship to go travelling around in to get to various areas.
This would be the best. Hi.
Soraya Hawthorne. Once the wanderer beyond the city, Soraya now acts as a liaison between humanity and Guardians. Oh! Okay, so the currency in this game, one of the main ones is called Glimmer, and apparently that is, if you look up here, like, these are not the stats you should be starting with. So apparently, yeah, I've got a lot of stuff.
Couldn't have picked better
So
myself.
let's pick up some new,
Bye.
Why'd you sign up?
So you see this power here, it's kind of a measure of your abilities. Right. I'm gonna keep hold of all of
Did you want to talk to me?
I'm gonna keep hold of all of the stuff that
Look up the shield and see what happens.
There you go.
all of the stuff that I kept on me. Right then, so there's a bunch of stuff around here. So this is one of the other Guardians who
Do you
specializes
wish me
in
to decrypt something?
decrypting information.
Oh. I'm glad to see you safe.
Taurus,
I am Tyra. Tyra Karn. I'm sorry. Have we met before? Losing my connection to the light has been disorienting. Now, I understand you seek the shard of the Traveler. I too have dreamt of it. Its jagged, broken edge. A wound that never heals. But I do not trust its pull. Like us, the shard no longer knows the light. Not since the Traveler cast it off during the collapse. For centuries it has twisted and corrupted everything around it. Where it lies is now a place of death. If you are determined to go, remember, we Guardians are no longer immortal.
So she escaped the city. Ooh, that's better.
There is work to do. Let's get moving, shall we?
Right then. These are some really tight trousers.
I need a break.
This is... whew, lot of civilization. For me, at least. Of course, I've been living outside the city half my life. So... anyway, heard you want to go poke around that busted-up hunk of Traveler. You Guardians have a weird idea of a good time. Oh well. Lewis and I know plenty about trusting your gut. So I'm not about to stop you. I got enough to deal with here. Take that ship you flew here. At least it'll get you back faster. See all these refugees? I haven't lost one yet. Don't you be my first.
I won't be. Alright, let's go. Oh.
Good call with that one. Take care of yourself, okay? Keep it together, girl.
Right. So we want to go to... And you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the moon. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Mercury
Don't
and
wanna do
Mars.
this. That shard is the reason this place is called a dead zone.
We have to, Hawthorne. It's a sign.
Yeah, a sign that says dead zone.
So I'm now using a scout rifle, which is my favourite kind of weapon for the campaign, which is a very precise kind of powerful rifle. I'm not quick enough at aiming with it to use it properly.
You know, I've been all over the EDC. Charming enough. I mean, nothing says come visit, like a dark haunted forest.
But non-Guardians aren't supposed to leave the city.
Here's the thing about city rules. They stop applying once you leave the city. Nobody goes farther than that. At least nobody who wants to come back.
So my last Guardian was very much the kind of reckless kind of character. I think this one might be more down to earth, like sensible. Also my last Guardian, yeah. Which is weird, because my last Guardian was a Warlock, and this one is a Hunter. And normally it would be the other way around, but you know. So, you can sprint and jump to cover more ground.
me know when you reach me.
Hawthorne, can you hear us? Signal's dead. Did you hear something?
We've got company.
Under attack.
So these are warders. They are members of the faction known as the Fallen, and they can turn invisible. That's their thing. You'll notice that they got 4 arms and 4 knives. So the are these? Yeah, Fallen are scavengers.
Those things were the Fallen. Scavengers from another world. They worship machines.
Okay, that's all the lore you're going to get from them in game. I actually really like Fallen because they are the faction. They are the faction that probably matches up their gameplay and their aesthetics, and their lore quite nicely. They are hit-and-run scavengers, and they very much play like that. You know, they've got lots of turning invisible and teleportation abilities, and they've just got a cool aesthetic. I would like to see in the, again, this area, I feel like we want some more native fauna, like stuff that's been corrupted by the shard. Right, so let's collect some loot. So let's look at what that power is. It is an awful rifle. Don't really want it. Let's go.
The shard of the Traveler. This is
That's where we want to go.
right out of our vision.
So these are dregs. These are like the basic foot soldiers of the Fallen. I am also very used to being able to instantly take all of these out. So, ooh, I got an item. Yeah, if you see those hexagonal rocks, that means someone's got an item. So they go from white, which is the worst, through blue, through green, blue, purple, and then yellow exotic. I think they're supposed to be gold, but yeah, they're yellow. Yeah, so I think after this mission we get to a point where the other 2 members of our team, by Furiosa and the 3rd member, who I don't know what name he wants to go by on this yet. But yeah, when they come in. So these are vandals. They have these kind of stats, which usually they can use as long range weapons, but apparently they're all going for melee today. Knifing people is probably my most effective weapon right now. Anyone else need a knife to the face? Nope. Okay. So going back to my favorite factions. My second favorite faction is probably Red Legion actually. Well, Red Legion match up their lore and their fighting style quite nicely, because they're very bulky, you know, their characters, you know, they look like they're unstoppable Juggernaut Legion, and they kind of play like it as well. Yeah, unfortunately, they had a lot of potential, but I think it's the not using the law thing that kind of drops it down. Oh hi, so here's a captain. They're like the leaders of the... So yeah, even their like bosses teleport around a lot. Oh, there you are. God, I wish you had some grenades just to set it down.
I think we scared them away.
Or we just murdered them all.
Take me to the shard.
Are all hunters clothing that tight? Because I don't remember warlocks being like that. Warlocks are more loose and
This is why we were led here. I haven't been as close to the Traveler's Light since... Do you feel it? Hold on to your helmet. Do you feel it? The light is back. We're back. Eyes up, Guardian.
I read that with an E instead of an A. Right, so if I go into here, instantly supercharged.
Let's light them up.
Look, Mom, I'm a Jedi! Ah! So I can... Yeah, these massive balls of light automatically charge up your superpower. I do have grenades now, thank you. You know, I'm not actually sure this, and I leveled up. I'm not actually sure that that super was that more effective than my knife, apart from maybe a bit more, knockback, but it was fun. Let's check. It definitely does look more awesome. There we are. Right then, so we can now do all these fancy, so we've now recovered our powers, and we can now do, all of the fancy multiplayer stuff. Okay, so Furiosa had joined in. Wait, hold on, I've just realised something. So usually when, we tend not to use joint chat here, we use other stuff. So I think we need to turn on this chat so people can hear us doing this. If I can just remember how this works.
Excuse me.
Hello. Furiosa, do you want to move out of that pile? Oh wait, you're setting up voice chat.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, other watchers, how are you hearing? Are you hearing Furiosa? Okay.
Right. Okay. I have turned off the stream so that I'm not getting triple audio. Hello.
Hello. Ah yes, emotes.
Got a emote.
That is a terrible dance.
I've got more. You want dance? I got dance.
Okay, so this is by Furiosa, who is the kind of the Destiny expert of the group of us. You are.
I played it first.
You played it first, and you've actually like read the lore.
A little bit.
Which,
well, okay, yeah, okay, quite a lot.
Yeah, you've actually read the lore that makes you the expert. Okay.
That's fair.
Right. What do you want to do? Do you know how far Mr. Logos has gotten through? His character?
I don't. I think he's just made his character. I don't know how many missions he's taken it through.
That's fair. So yeah,
Observe how my dance is similar but legally distinct from a popular one.
It's fun to stay at the last city. It's fun to stay at the last city. Yeah. Like, a lot of Guardians like centuries old. You'd think we'd be able to you'd think we'd have worked out how to dance properly by now. But no, apparently getting your light removes your rhythm.
I just remember all the good ones, that's all.
Oh god, you're not just dancing, you're dancing like 60 years out of date.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, exos were built a very long time ago for a war that no one remembers existing. And technically used to be humans. So, in theory, I might well have some memories of centuries-old dance.
Okay. Do you want to do any missions right now, or... I am aware it's 20 past 12 here.
Well, I'm not, up particularly early. We could go meet Devrim K in the EDZ, if you wanted to.
Yeah. Right. So let's go to EDZ. Wait, I need to talk to Hawthorne to get permission.
Yeah.
Veterans now
Okay.
more than ever.
Hey, dude.
It's you.
I
You
love
and I
that.
walk together as the
Yeah,
tower
so
burns.
the Crucible is
And
like
now,
the
here you
PvP
stand.
bit.
Your light burns a path before us. And on that path,
Jax is
I
incredibly
see many
encouraging. He
battles ahead
shouts
of
lovely
you.
things at you whether you win
Battles
or lose.
Only
Yep.
you can win.
The other thing is, because
Crucible of
you
Lord
in
Shaxx
universe like come back from the
In
dead,
my arena,
the Crucible
should a Titan
becomes
stand in
less
your
of
way,
like a kind of
crush
death
him.
match and more
If a
like a
hunter
kind of
confronts you,
ooh.
break her blade. If a
Oh
warlock
look, you accidentally
speaks,
killed me.
feed him his words.
Oh no!
There is only one
It's
path
more of
to
a
victory,
fun
Guardian.
test of wits against each other rather than
See
a
you on the battlefield.
brutal D-fight to the death.
Yeah, which I like, you know. I don't do much Crucible stuff. I basically only do it when like there's immediate rewards. Okay, so this is the gunsmith. So
Explosions make everything better.
basically, you can obviously you can buy weapons here. You can also hand over gunsmith materials for you increase reputation bar. I'm not going to do this that much because I kind of want to play this fresh rather than like the carryover from my other accounts, my other characters. But I'll just show you how it works. So if I just increase my reputation a few times, so I think 4 lots, I get an enneagram, and it doesn't matter because I'm not high enough level to get it.
Yeah, you gotta be 20.
Yeah. So I've got a.
What do you need, Guardian?
It's been a while since I wasn't able to do that. Right, let's go and talk to Hawthorne.
Well, look at you. You got your light back. I don't know how you did it, but I'm glad. Because we're gonna need it. There are a lot more survivors out there, and they need our help. We gotta get the word out that the farm is a safe haven. I sent a friend into the EDZ a few hours ago to set up a comm network. His name's Devram K. Good guy. Great shot. Don't tell him I said that. If you give him a hand, I'd take it as a personal favor.
Cool. So I think actually I'm getting kind of
How'd you
tired.
get down there? How'd you get down there?
I don't
I
know.
pushed you.
So I'm getting kind of tired, so I think I'm gonna call it.
That's fair. I probably should get some sleep.
Yeah.
You wanna talk to me?
I mean, I slept for quite a while. I had a nap this afternoon, but I'm still not really awake enough to do a stream.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the tutorial of Destiny, and you've met one of the teammates, who is also the one whose whose computer could actually handle streaming. So, if we do end up doing a if we do end up having someone else do the main visuals of the stream, it will probably be by Furiosa, just on a practical level.
It looks real pretty on this PC.
It does. Also my PC, because I think we both have quite high level PCs.
Yeah, I noticed on the stream yours looks nice.
Yeah. So yeah, so hopefully we'll be doing it tomorrow evening. We're going to try and schedule this, because obviously we've got 3 players, like that. So hopefully they'll be streaming at 7 o'clock GMT time on Tuesdays. I think that's okay for you, isn't it?
Good thing.
Yeah. However, it might end up. So I know tomorrow there's going to be a update, and I'm not sure how long that will take. So there might
2 hours between 4 and 6, to my knowledge.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll be able to kind of sort things out before we stream. I might make a Twitch event page for that. I'm also, for those of you who follow my Sunless Sea streams, I'm trying to do those at 6 o'clock on Saturdays from now on as kind of regular thing. So again, I'll try and put some things up. Okay, so with a last shot of myself and the Traveller Shard. Take a selfie.
It looks excellent on my screen.
I still haven't got that emote.
I'll
Yeah.
print screen later.
We will see you all later.
Yeah, goodbye.
In fact, we'll see you all later today because it's past midnight.
That's technically true.
Right, see ya.
Bye.